Welcome back to the channel LT Gamers. Today we're diving into the highly anticipated world of Manor Lords. This medieval strategy game has promised to redefine the gaming experience, so let's explore what you can expect from this upcoming title. And the game is almost here. Manor Lords will release into early access for PC on April 26 via Steam, GOG and the Microsoft Store. It will also be available day one via PC Game Pass. An Xbox console and Xbox Game Pass version will come at a later date. Now we have a huge amount of Bannerlord and strategy gamers on this channel, and Manor Lords should definitely appeal to those people. The fact that the game is totally handcrafted by a solo developer, utilising the power of the Unreal Engine, is highly impressive and extremely exciting. It brings a new flavour to the genre. The only problem that I can pick out from the very beginning is the hype that surrounds this game. It really is real and everyone is expecting an amazing experience. That can lead to very high expectations, and what happens when you set your sights too high? You can only be disappointed. And I think it's really important to remember that Manor Lords is an indie title and it will have janky elements to it and things that are not quite on the AAA level, and gamers need to set their expectations accordingly. But that's certainly not to say that this game won't live up to those expectations. In fact, it does look incredible, and the blending of city building and Total War style mechanics is a dream for any strategy gamer. And there really is a gap in the market right now. With the decline of the Total War series and them not really providing what the consumer wants, Manor Lords can jump in and give us that medieval Total War feel that, let's be honest, Creative Assembly should have done a long time ago. And let's be honest, there's been some magic in this game from the very beginning. Manor Lords is not your average strategy game. With a unique blend of city building and real-time strategy, players will be immersed in the challenges of medieval life. With the ability to construct and grow your own cities and also manage the complexities of economic environment, the decisions that you make in this game will shape the fate of your kingdom. And that premise makes for an extremely immersive environment. And as you all know, I love immersion in games. I love to be lost in them. And Manor Lords gives us that chance to do what Bannerlord is kind of failing at in many ways, and it's been left up to the modders to correct that. So Tale Worlds have come under quite a lot of criticism on this channel as well for not completing the base game. We hope with Manor Lords that we have that complete experience. Just a quick intermission to ask you to like the video, comment on Manor Lords and what you're expecting, your concerns, what you're excited about, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications so you're always up to date on the things that we deliver here at LT Gaming. Both me and Tom really appreciate it. Come and join the channel, we're growing really quickly and we appreciate all of your support. The publisher Hooded Horse does encourage me with excellent projects overall, and they really are making strides to become a real mainstream player. I think Manor Lords could take them to the next level. But it only takes one failed promise, if Manor Lords did fail and didn't provide what the players wanted, to really damage the reputation of a publisher. Despite this concern, Hooded Horse has been one of the best publishers I've dealt with while we've worked at LT Gaming. They're highly professional, their games come with a lot of information, and it really helps as a content creator, so they seem extremely organised, and that should transfer into their management of the launch and improvement of Manor Lords. So it's my hope that the dynamic between the developer Slavic Magic, which is based in Poland, and the publisher Hooded Horse is a positive one, and they're able to deliver on all the promises. In fact, I have the fact sheet from Hooded Horse right in front of me, so let's go through how they describe their own game. They say that Manor Lords is a historical city building / strategy game that allows you to experience the life of a medieval lord. Grow your starting village into a bustling city, manage resources and production chains, and expand your lands through conquest. Inspired by the art and architecture of late 14th century Franconia, Manor Lords prioritises historical accuracy wherever possible, using it to inform gameplay mechanics and visuals alike in order to make the world feel colourful and believable. So that really ties into that immersion element that I was talking about. They have a very clear vision of what they want to go for. They have a very clear inspiration in the art and architecture of late 14th century Franconia that gives them a direction to follow. I think that this is positive. They have something they want to aim for and they're not going to try and do everything. The scope is narrow so they can deliver deep and immersive gameplay elements. So let's delve a little deeper into the gameplay mechanics. And really, number one is that organic city building. Manor Lords is aiming to provide a gridless, organic experience with full freedom of placement and rotation, but utilising snapping tools to make the planning more comfortable. This is motivated by the growth of real medieval towns and villages, where major trade routes and landscape often influenced how they grew and developed. And one thing I picked up in my research while looking at the city building mechanic is just how many YouTubers were absolutely blown away by the dynamic system available to them. Comments were made on YouTube around the huge amount of customization available when setting up the game. It was also mentioned many times that the road snapping felt incredibly satisfying, and watching puddles form as the rain came down was awesome. Collision and pathfinding was called out on the road development system. In fact, it was commented on again and again about the extreme level of detail within the game. There were also, and let's call this out, some very funny bugs. People falling through the world, clipping through houses and carts, and hopefully they've improved some of that in the early access release. I thought collating some of the YouTuber feedback was very interesting. Look, some of them are quite sensationalist and you can't always trust them and their motives, and are they sponsored or not, you just don't know. Me and Tom are definitely going to give an even view on this game, but I did think it was a worthwhile exercise looking through a lot of the YouTube videos, because it does give you a feel for how some of the high level gamers felt about this game, and overall they were highly impressed. Okay, so let's venture on to the large scale battles, and the old Total War fan in me is very, very happy to see this. I've been missing medieval Total War 2 and its absolute brilliance for a long time. I don't think Tom will ever forget the time he fell into my trap and challenged me to a multiplayer game, and he was completely routed. Tom, I just had to bring that one up. And indeed, Manor Lords states it wouldn't be a true medieval experience without armoured soldiers duking it out on the battlefield. It's what we all want to see. Once again, they draw it back to historical realism. Battles need to feel real, with large-scale unit formations, morale, flanking, fatigue, weather, and equipment all coming into play. You will need to position your troops wisely. Even a smaller force can beat a large one if commanded well, and that is interesting to me. I think very few games are able to actually model how that can happen in real life. I'm thinking of 1415 Agincourt, a smaller English force taking down a mighty French one. It's very hard to portray that in a Total War game. Cavalry, fortifications, units on walls, gunpowder, and siege engines including trebuchets are a work in progress and will certainly be present in the final game. It will be interesting to see how far this development is in the early access release. Now, I am excited because they've used motion capture technology, or mocap for short. The only thing I noticed when I watched some of the battles was that the units ran very fast towards each other. It was like they were all a bunch of Olympic sprinters, when, let's be honest, in medieval times, they probably wouldn't have been running that quickly. It just felt a little bit janky and off to me. However, the use of mocap goes really well with 3D scanning and should make the art direction of the game more shifted towards realism and immersion. I am hoping that it solves that age-old problems of units just stabbing at each other with the same animation, and battles feel like they're natural and authentic. Honestly, one of the most exciting things I saw when researching the battle mechanics was the tactical retreats. It just looked really good and realistic, how units would withdraw under pressure. Impactful weather and fatigue with a very advanced formation dragging system leads me to be excited about the battle mode in Manor Lords. Let's touch briefly upon the graphics and the world building within this game, because it's not just about the gameplay with Manor Lords, it's a bit of a visual masterpiece as well. Many YouTubers, when they played the game, also commented on this aspect. It's about immersing yourself in a meticulously crafted medieval world with stunning landscapes, detailed cities, and dynamic weather effects. In fact, the rain pooling on the roads and the build-up of snow was very cool to see. It's that sort of attention to detail that can move a game from very good into the great category. Right, LT gamers, let's sum this one up. Manor Lords is shaping up to be a groundbreaking strategy game. With its innovative gameplay mechanics, intense battles, intricate diplomacy, advanced economy, and breathtaking visuals, it's set to deliver an unforgettable gaming adventure. I think we all need to get ready to embark on a journey through the medieval ages like never before. We've high hopes, Hooded Horse, and Slavic magic. Don't let us down. Anyway, let's try and stay positive, which is what we want to do on this channel, and while we're on that subject, make sure to like, comment and subscribe and join us on this gaming odyssey. I've been Luke from LT Gaming, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.